Hello, everyone. So I hope that the test went well for the first one. And today we're gonna do the second one. And in this lesson, I try to get like at least 38 correct so I can improve my result. And let's get started. And as normal, I have to say that the hygiene passport test includes 40 questions and you need to be correct 34. It means you are allowed only 6 questions to be wrong. So the test will last for 50 minutes and include 40 questions. So basically you have 1 minute and let's say 15 seconds to think and to do true or false questions. Let's start. Food that is being served while hot, not be at least 60 degrees during the entire serving, must be at least 60 degrees. Okay. I believe that it is correct because as I see from restaurant in my city in Finland, most of the restaurant has the uh, equipments, for example, light or hot water under the serving table, so that it will keep the food like warm. So I believe that this is true. Yes. Next, the most hygienic tools for dealing with food are well-washed hands. Yes. Most of the time, hands is the best way to handle food after washing. So even in sushi, people serve you with bare hand. Of course, they washed it like really thoroughly before they serve to you. So this is true. Oh, what happened? The handling of food products should be done with clean equipment instead of hands whenever possible. Okay, okay. So what I believe is already wrong. So the second question is already wrong. Okay. So try to reduce hand from the food processing as much as possible. Okay. Question number three, pizza toppings do not need to be cold stored because pizza are baked in a very hot oven. The toppings, for example, bacons or pineapples or like olive, they must be stored in cold temperature because if those foods are the ones that are very get easily perishable, and perishable food should be stored cold. So this is false. New products that are to be moved into cold storage or places where it is enough space for them. No, it should be stored separately, not like whenever that it is fit. So it's false. Minced meat that has been prepared in a store can be sold on the day of preparation and the day after that. This is one of a very tricky question. I don't remember well, but I believe that um, it should be sold during the day. Oh, okay, so 2 days, okay? Today and tomorrow, remember. Food served in lunch buffet must remain at 60 degrees for the entire during the serving. I believe so. The mold used to make mold grip and cheese cannot grow anywhere else. The word anywhere is it sounds it sounds wrong. Yes. If food is prepared to be served later, the finished products must be cooled as soon as possible for storage. Yes. Clostridium perfri- perfringens is a bacteria that is often found in soil or earth. I'm not sure about this, but it sounds right. Let's use it. Okay, let's see the explanation. Soil and earth contain many microbes which cause food poisoning, and this Clostridium Stringins, food poisoning is important to properly heat, cool to between 6 to 60 degrees Celsius. So this is very, very new information that you need to check out. And if you need more information, I will have materials for it, and you can find it later in the description. Soil does not contain food poisoning causing bacteria. This is totally after the previous question, so this is false. Microbes are only found in places which are visibly dirty. No, it looks clean. It's not clean. So um we choose it false. Mold and yeast can reproduce in more acidized environment than bacteria. I believe that it is correct because yeast especially grow in yogurt. It's like acidized, so I believe it's true. Yes. So in here, the explanation, most bacteria reproduce the best in the neutral zone, but mold and yeast can produce in a very broad pH zone, pH, including the acid. Okay. BSE is called mad cow's disease. Is not a food poisoning causing bacteria. It makes the cow mad, huh? So I think it's virus, it's not bacteria. So I think it's true. Okay. So it is caused by changes in the central nervous system of a cow. Okay, it's not a bacteria. Food poisoning is always caused by bacteria that has been accidentally let into food. Is always. Mm, I believe there's not only like bacteria that accidentally let into food, but also like the food itself. So it is false. Yeah. Yeah. So the food itself can already contain the bacteria, you see, for like hazardous temperature, like slow cooling. Okay, those environment, like because the food itself has bacteria already. And if it is stored in a very like bad like outdoor environment, it, it can also be poisoned itself, not only by bacteria. So this is like always like the keyword here is the always. The always is the keyword here that makes the claims wrong. Yeah. Tapeworms can be found in roes or mussels of lake fish. Yes, I believe so. Beneficial bacteria usually make it harder for harmful bacteria to grow. Beneficial bacteria always make it harder for harmful bacteria to grow. Hmm. Yeah, I think if something is stronger than the other thing will be like getting more difficult to grow. So I believe it's true. Yes. The amount of water in a product contained does not significantly affect it. It does. So protective gloves are used to protect employees' hand from dirt so that their hand not be washed as it need to be washed as often. So it's false and must be washed often. Ring can be used when hand no. There's no ring, no earrings, no hair like that are not covered. So in Finland, the milk found in carton in stores always pasteurized milk. Is almost always. Yeah, it's hard for me to find actually um like straight from the breast of the cow milk, like those that are found in America. So I believe that they are pasteurized. Yeah, almost always. Yeah, yes. A grated carrot spoils faster than the entire carrot. Wow. Um, I think the entire carrot has dirt, so the dirt actually make it faster to spoil. So false. Oh. Okay. So when you grate the carrot, when you take the root like hair and those skin out, it actually makes the dirt and water when you wash it like go straight into the meat of the carrot. So yeah, wow, this is very important. In Finland, the milk fine, okay, is rarely pasteurized, so it's false, contrary to the other question. Food product contain preservatives never spoil. No, it has to be. The use of snus is not allowed in during the food preparation. Yeah, snus is the tobacco bag that people usually put in their mouth, in the top of their mouth, so that they don't feel craving for tobacco, for nicotine. It's called nicotine bag, so it's not allowed. Yeah. Working areas and services must be cleaned regularly during work shift and after work shift is over. Yes. Safety data sheets are the same thing as the instruction manual of a device. It's the same thing. I don't know. I don't think it's the same. It's different name, right? Yeah. So explanation for this. Safety data sheets include the most important information about detergent. Ah, and first aid instruction, not the manual itself. So it's about like risk more than like the using of the device. There must be a appropriate washing place for large machines, and this is in yes, this correct. Food production areas weight bins must be cleaned regularly. Yes. Cleaning equipment must be cleaned once a week. No, every day or every time that you use it. Question number 30. The amount of things covered in the waste disposal instruction must be the same for everyone for the food. Yes, I believe so. No. So the on-check plan waste disposal instruction coverage depends on the done activity code. Okay, so different place have different um it's different function of a person in the food processing has different like manual for like instruction for it. Okay. Waste bin is the premise that may contain microbes that are health hazard. Yes. If worktops look clean, they definitely clean. No, it looks like that, but of course it's not. Microbiological sample of a food product can be placed in any container. Any container is wrong. If a cramped or nearly full storage facility, food products can be easily perished, can be stored in the floor if it had just been washed, can be stored on the floor. On the floor, it means it touched with. earth or like with dirt. So it's wrong, I believe so. Yes. Dirty roots vegetables can be stored in cardboard boxes above meat. Above meat. No, 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 not the same. Chefs do not require hygiene. It required. That's why we do the test. Everyone who handling food has to learn this test. So it's wrong. On-check plan must include clear instruction how to act when food poisoning suspicion is raised. Yes. If the temperature of cold storage unit is too high, it must not be marked down on the on-check plan monitoring logs. It must. One of the reasons for the existence of on-check plan is to make the work of industry company easier. One of the reason, yeah, one of the reason. HACCP is a food poisoning causing bacteria. I don't think so. This is the kind of legislation or certificate. I remember it, so it's wrong. Yeah, it just has an analysis control point, which is a part of own check plan. It's not the bacteria itself. So we pass, but it's still 36 over 40. I'm quite disappointed, but yeah, we learned some new things today, so it's good. Yes, thank you so much.